Hello guys, it's me Muji Lord again. Good afternoon, and I'm back again with another exciting tutorial. And I hope last night tutorial really helped you guys on how to access the character command list in order to perform special attacks, basic moves, in order to get the best quality out of your Muji experience and gameplay. Well anyway, this tutorial right here is a pretty good one. A lot of people really don't know how to do it, especially newcomers and stuff. Well, you guys know what the cheap characters are and the characters that are extremely powerful and you really can't do nothing to them, you can't touch them or whatever like that. And there's some characters that you like, but they're too strong and you feel as though they're, too lame and too cheap. Well, this tutorial will teach you how to manipulate the character stats, manipulate their health, their defense, and their attack. And I will also teach you guys how to change the character names to your liking, or how to change the default name that was given to a character that you downloaded and you didn't like the name, or it wasn't the correct way to spell the name or whatever like that, and change it to their right spelled name. Well, first we're going to start off on how to change the character's name. Yeah, you notice Proto Man's name was changed to Blues. Yeah, a site that I found that had Proto Man when I downloaded him, when I first installed him into my Mugen roster, I noticed that his name wasn't Proto Man, it was Blues. And a lot of people who are familiar with the Mega Man series know that Proto Man name is not Blues. So I'm gonna show you guys how to change his name back to his normal name, so back to Proto Man. So let's begin. Okay, here we go. First off, when we enter the characters folder, which is Proto Man, when you enter the characters folder, you will see all the files, the pilots, the CNS, and the command list, and the text, and the dev files. Well, you guys get the picture, right? Well, in order to change the character's name, you're going to have to go to the character's dev file, the character's name .def. So we want to look for Proto Man's dev file, which is right here. This is his dev file. So we're going to go inside. Let's check it out. Okay. Now we are inside the character's dev file. Now, it's very simple. It's very self-explanatory on everything and all the information that you see here. This stores every last function of the character inside this one little file right here. So, right here, where it says name equals Proto Man, yeah, right there, that's the name that was given to this file, to this dev file. Yes, it's Proto Man, but that's not the one we're looking for. Right here is the display name. This is what we're trying to change. And you notice that it says Blues. Now, display name it means that the name that's being displayed on the screen, that's being displayed on the roster, that's being displayed on the versus screen, and it's being displayed on the screen that you use to play the game on the stage. So, we're going to change his display names from Blues to Proto Man. There we go. That's how we do it. Now, I'll repeat. You never get rid of these quotes. You need the quotes. That's the only way the dev file reads the names, by using the quotes. If you load the character in without the quotes, the character won't load up. An error is going to pop up on the screen. So remember, keep the quotes. Never get rid of them. Never. Okay. Now we want to test out to see if his name is changed to Proto Man. Now you guys know how to change the character names. So remember, go into the characters folder, go to the characters .def file, and then go to display name and change their display name. And remember, never ever remove the quotes, because or else the character won't work. You'll get an error message. So now we're gonna move on to the juicy part, which is changing the character's health, attack, and defense. And I'm gonna show you guys how to do that. And the character we're gonna use for example, that everyone should know, is Sephiroth. Everybody know how powerful Sephiroth is. You can't hardly touch the guy most of the time. And when he attack you, half your energy is done. So yeah, we're gonna use on how to milk down Sephiroth. Let's go. Yeah, I know. Cheap, huh? Well, we're going to change his attack, health, and his defense. So here we go. Well, it's basically simple. It's not that hard. We're going back through a couple of familiar steps, so it won't be too difficult for you to realize or to remember how we access certain things. So, here's all his data inside his folder, and this is what we're going to do. We're going to go back to the CNS file, the character name .cns. So we're going to go to Sephiroth. Well, they have him as Seth. You're going to go to .cns file, which is right here. So let's go check it out. Oh, okay. So everything looks familiar, huh? So do you remember last time from how to change the character size, which was right here in the size category? Well, this tutorial we're not dealing with the size. What we're dealing with is data, which is above the size category. We're dealing with this area. It's really not that much stuff involved. It's really simple. You just got to change a few numbers. So, here is Sephiroth. We're going to change his life, which is his health. We're going to change that because this guy, like we said, is extremely too powerful. So what we're going to do is we want to milk it down to about 1,000. Life, it shouldn't be that bad. One life bar life. So this is what we're going to do right here. Change his attack. So he's extremely too powerful. So you gotta mess around with the numbers. Each number, represents how strong the character is. So you're gonna have to mess around with the numbers to find out how much damage that the character takes from your opponent. Because remember, you're matching the person attack against the computer player or your opponent's attack and health. So so you really have to mess around and try to get it evenly balanced. It's like trying to balance out a role playing game between character stats and enemy stats. So we're gonna try 70. And his defense is way too high. That means this guy, you can barely touch him. So I guess we'll just take it down to 100. See how things turn out. So, you guys ready? See how this thing plays out.
Come, get serious!
See? Now you guys know how to change the character's name, health, attack, and defense. It's really simple. And now that you guys know how to do it, I hope it benefits you guys. I know you guys have a lot of old characters that you really wanted to use. Now you can go back and recycle and pull some of them out of your, garbage folder or cheap folder and go now and change a lot of things and put them back in your roster. So I will provide another tutorial probably later on tonight or probably tomorrow morning. All depends on the situation. And I really hope that this is really helping you guys because it really helped me out a lot. And I'll see you guys next time, okay? Peace out.